The first warning came not with trumpets or alarms, but with a single flickering light in the core, a brief stutter in the quantum reactor's endless pulse, as though the helix itself had paused to draw breath. In that moment, on the storm-ravaged night of 2471, the ancient prophecy ceased to be myth and became inevitability. Kai felt the change before anyone knew. The first warning came not with trumpets or alarms, but with a single flickering light in the core, a brief stutter in the quantum reactor's endless pulse, as though the helix itself had paused to draw breath. In that moment, on the storm-ravaged night of 2471, the ancient prophecy ceased to be myth and became inevitability. Kai felt the change before anyone announced it.
He was crouched in the narrow maintenance crawl space above level 47, fingers numb from the cold, recycled air, when the lights overhead dimmed for 3 heartbeats. Not the usual brownout that happened every few days when the power rationing kicked in too hard. This was deeper, hungrier. The metal deck beneath his knees vibrated with a low, almost pained groan. And for an instant, the constant background hum of the station, the one that had been in his ears since the day he could remember, faltered. Kai froze, breath fogging in the chill, waiting for the backup generators to kick in. They did, slowly, reluctantly. He exhaled, long and controlled, the way he always did when something felt off. The tattoo on his left shoulder had been itching all day. Not the dull throb he'd learned to ignore over the years, but a sharper, insistent prickle, like someone was tracing the faint blue nebula lines with a live wire. He rolled his shoulder once, trying to ease it, then gave up. No time for distractions. He dropped through the access panel into the service corridor below, boots landing silently on the grated floor. The air down here tasted of ozone and old sweat, the same as always. Emergency strips glowed sickly yellow along the walls, their light barely reaching the corners where shadows pooled like oil. Kai moved fast, keeping low, ears tuned to every distant clang and hiss. He knew these passages the way other people knew their own rooms, every loose panel that could be pried open for a shortcut, every vent grate that let you listen without being seen, every blind spot where the newest drone models still couldn't quite turn their sensors fast enough. Lyra was waiting at the junction, neon blue hair tucked under a hood, the faint glow of her neural jack glinting at her temple.